Should I do it? Should I? Should I? The rinse is easy, but guess what you're not going to get out of doing? Hey guys, Jess here. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are already a part of the family, I'd like to thank you very much. However, for those of you that are not yet a part of the family, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell as well. Today, we are doing a OGX body wash, scrubbing wash in the scent sea kelp and hyaluronic, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, acid. So without further ado, I will not hold you any longer. First thing first, the scent before the wash. I'm really going to enjoy these reviews. Just real quick. Anywho, this is a scent. It definitely smells like the sea. You know, like the song from The Little Mermaid, Under the Sea. Da, da, da. That, okay? I might be a little off key, but yeah, hopefully you get it. When I first smell this, it smells like the sea. In a good way, like fresh, the ocean, being at a beach house and opening up the doors, not dead fish, not walking by the seafood market, the fish market, not dead fish either, okay? Okay, fresh seawater, fresh, not foul. Like you purposely want to go to the beach just to smell this, just to smell the freshness of the seawater first thing in the morning. That's how that smells. Texture and consistency in your hands. Should I do it? Should I? Should I? No. Texture and consistency in your hands. A demonstration. You know what time it is. This texture and consistency of this sea kelp and hyaluronic acid is very reminiscent of OGX's rose water and pink sea salt. But it feels a whole lot more creamier than that. Maybe that's just because I haven't used the rose water and pink sea salt in a minute. It has a very light, when I say very light scrub particle. So it's at that point, it's just there to give you just a little bit of something, but not something abrasive like Tree Hut. But it's more creamy than anything. That is the texture and consistency in your hands. Now let me wash this off my hand. What happens to the scent when water hits it? The sea kelp scent, that fresh seawater scent, that fresh scent that smells like the sea, it dissipates and it becomes a very mild scent. It pretty much flatlines, you know. It dissipates. That fresh sea salt, that fresh smell like the sea dissipates into this mild but creamy, lingering version of the sea kelp scent. That was something I was kind of tad bit disappointed because that fresh sea scent kind of dissipated. But the part I was happy about is it still lingers and that creaminess is there. When it's that creamy and rich, like what you guys were seeing, you almost don't expect for that creaminess to linger in the scent once you've combined it with the water. So the lather is similar to OGX's rose water, and pink sea salt. What I got was, it's sort of like a bubble bath consistency when it lathers. So it's not big on lathering. When you have something like this that's a scrub and wash and it's more creamy than it is developed to work up a nice rich lather and aroma, and it's more creamy and moisturizing, you're not going to get much lather out of it. I ran this through my hands like 3 to 4 times to get a good overall general ideal of, is this going to lather well? It lathers, it's just not a rich lather. It's almost like a bubble bath consistency. No shade, okay? You'll get some bubbling, but you won't get thick lather. The rinse is easy. Won't you believe it? Because it's so creamy and very faintly gritty in texture. Just literally because of that. The rinse is easy. But guess what you're not going to get out of doing? Oh, you know where I'm going. Let me step back. You will have to do some work. A little less, but you're not going to get out of doing the work to get this off your skin. Does the scent linger after the wash? It does. You know how I'm so prepared to say no? Oh, I am. Wouldn't be true this time. It's a very toned down, but very creamy. It's like smelling a creamy vanilla pudding, but in this case, sea kelp. I don't know if that'll go together. Don't ask me, I never tried it. It's so creamy. It's a calming, creamy, lingering scent. Still with that underlying sea smell. So you'll still smell a little bit like the sea and the sea water. Fresh. First thing in the morning. But it's a very light, lingering, but creamy, calming type of lingering scent. I was already thinking with sea kelp before I ever tried it. I was like, this gonna smell like a fish market, ain't it? I ain't got time for that. That is why you do not judge a book by its cover, but you put it through a vetting process. Okay? Here are my final honest thoughts. I was initially nervous to try this scent. I'm glad that I did. I didn't think that it could be done. So shout out to OGX. Took me totally by surprise because this gives you the experience of the sea, but it gives you the fresh, airy, creamy scent that awakens your senses type of experience. Not the passing by the fish market and the seafood market. It really gives you the experience of being on the beach, smelling fresh seawater, fresh sea kelp, and it gives you the pleasant side of it. And then more than I like that, the creaminess of the consistency and texture, and even more so how it lingers and you still smell that creaminess with that underlying sea kelp scent. It's dissipated by that point, but the creaminess is there, and I love that. If you couldn't tell, I give this a solid 8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my detailed review of OGX's Sea Kelp and Hyaluronic Acid Scrub and Wash. And until next time, and until the next video,